What's up, guys? I wanted to share this really awesome tool that I found, and it's actually going to be really helpful in planning out your posts through the week. Okay, so a lot of people say that they really struggle with finding time to post or come up with stuff throughout the week because they're at work, and totally understandable. You should not be double dipping, even though some of us do that. So anyways, here is the deal. I'm going to do a share screen so I can make sure we have it. Okay, so this is called Trello. Some of you may be familiar with Trello already, or may have used it and maybe just didn't realize that it would be a great tool for this as well. So when you first come up, you're going to come up and the best part about this is that you can use it just for your personal self. You could use it for your team, and then there's a business team option as well. And I'm not sure, the personal is free, so you can use it for yourself. But if you're working on something with your team, rather than only using like Google Docs, you could certainly use it here. And this is great for, you know, throwing ideas on the board and being like, here's a great post idea. And maybe we'll do something like that as a team too, where I just have a group board that we can all toss ideas on, or maybe objections that we're getting and how we maybe combat that or whatever. So anyways, all right, so you're gonna come up, and I started kind of already creating some boards, but let's just go in. So let's go in, let's say stories, okay? Because I'm really working on my stories a lot lately. Okay, so you're gonna come up, and it's gonna have some of these here. What you want to do though is create a list. So you create a list first, and I'm going to name it March 5th through 11, because, why does it do this? So, one minute, sorry, this is my confusion. I am just crazy. All right, so March 5th through 11th. And you can then add cards on each thing. So March 5th. So you could do March 5th AM. You could do March 5 PM. You could even do this so that each day has its own separate list if you wanted to. So you could do like March 5th, March 6th, March 7th, however it makes sense for you. So let's just say March 6 AM. I'm just gonna do 2 more, 6 PM, okay? So then when you go in and you click on March 5th AM, you can talk about like what you want. So the best part is that you can put in your text and a photo, okay? So let's upload a photo. Computer downloads. I sent this over to myself just so I could upload it here. And when it uploads, you'll see my beautiful face right there, okay? And then you can save it. Doesn't matter, like you can just save it, and this is just gonna be a running tally. But here's the thing, you can either in the description or in the comments, you can write what you wanted. This is a test of the emergency broadcast system. This is only a test. You can include hashtags if you like. And obviously, so this is like, if I'm doing stories, I'm gonna keep it short, sweet, and to the point, right? But here's the thing you could do. Now, if you're doing stories, for example, and I feel like there's somewhat of a marketing plan that needs to be had for any sort of social media that you're posting. So what you could do is you could rather than say, I'm just gonna save that because it's in there, and you can leave yourself notes like, okay, I wanna talk about this, or I want this post to be about this. Maybe you're focusing on saying what a challenge group is. And I think stories might actually benefit better now that I'm thinking of this, having each day, because they say like 8 to 10 stories a day is what you should be posting. So you can plan ahead, take all of your pictures, give the gist of what you want to say. So with this one, I could be like, silly selfie, whatever, right? And then a face, and then save. And then whenever you like go into your stories, you know what you wanted to say about that. So stories are going to be a bit more difficult to plan out in that way, only because a lot of times you're not really going to know, like you're not going to have photos, you're not going to have the photos already taken. But here's the other thing you could do. So let's just click on March 5th PM so you have something. Okay, you don't have to have anything in there as far as a photo already. You can say, take photo of dinner and dinner and list with containers in hearts, right? So you put like a red heart, a yellow heart, a green heart, whatever. And that's just going to give you an idea of like, so you're not constantly posting the same thing. And then you can hit save and it's just going to go in and remind you. You can set a due date for this as well, and it'll actually alert you. There is an app. I don't know if I mentioned that at the beginning. There's an app for this too. So I have not yet used the due date and the calendar power up that's listed here. So I have no idea what that does yet, but I would assume it's going to alert you whenever it comes up. So there's that, okay? So I just think this is going to be a really great tool. So like I said, for stories, I feel like I'm really going to have to like break it out March 5th, March 6th. So like, and then the thing is you can have as many as you want. So let's just go here, okay? And then if you click on this, you can do archive this list. So they're not a whole bunch of them just chilling in there. If you wanna copy the list, you can do that. And then all the boards will be listed right over here. So if I wanted to go into IG plan, I probably am gonna be doing the same thing. With IG plan though, I'm really gonna focus on only 2, maybe 3 posts a day. And I'm gonna break them out. So, you know, March 5 a.m., March 5 p.m., or after, let's just say noon, because it won't be right at noon, but March 5 p.m. Okay, and then when you go in there, you can either, one, already have photos done, and maybe you have some photos that you want to reuse, so you can load those in, and then maybe some of those photos are ones you're going to want to take right away. So again, you just put in your text, you can put in your hashtags, everything. So all you have to do is copy and paste it right into the text part. And again, being that there's an app for it, it does make it super simple. And the app's really easy and user-friendly as well. A lot of things, though, obviously easier to start up here. So that's like it. I mean, there's so much more that you can do with this. And I encourage you to go through this welcome board whenever you first go in. And there's like things that it can tell you everything that it can do. So like it says, drag this over so you can try it. Or, oh, and let me go back over here because I want to show you this. So when you're in here, you can actually create labels. So the labels, hang on, we got to do this. So you could say needs photo. You could say, I think this works, needs text, and then save it. Oh, there we go. See, I messed it up already. Here, it needs photo. So I didn't really set up my own yet. Obviously, I've been doing this on the way, but because I found this and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so great. And I have used it for other things before. So, but you can go in then and select which labels you want to use. You can be like, ready to post, save that. You can do posted on IG. Whoops. What did I do? I don't know. Labels. Sorry. Posted on IG, and maybe, oops. And maybe you want like to have the same thing, the same content on Instagram and on Facebook. So you could potentially like say posted on Facebook, save that, and then, you know, so you know like where it lies, what it needs, what you've got to do with it, however it goes up, everybody's home. So anyways, that's a really cool feature that I just wanted to make sure I mentioned to you guys too. So that's it. I hope that was helpful, and I hope that you guys love it, and it's gonna be super easy for you. Play around with it. Like I said, this is free. I don't know, I have to look to see if you can see like create a team, and the business class is paid. So we see that, and oh, and there they are. Hello, and then create team, and then you can create the team and you can add in and create. So that's it. All right, guys, have a great afternoon. Bye. Boo!